On this first episode of What It Means to Train Like a Pro, we're going to uncover the 3 facets of pro training. We're also going to dig into my recent experience as a high school strength conditioning coach, where for 6 years at Great Atlanta Christian School in Atlanta, Georgia, I was a part of a robust athletic development model that produced healthy athletes who were high performers of all sports. We're also going to look into the current model of athletic development here in the U.S., especially at the private sector, and why Triple F's approach to long-term athletic development is more ideal for local student athletes here in Knoxville, Tennessee. So what does it mean to train like a pro? When you think about a professional athlete, you think about all the things that are surrounding them to help them be successful. When Lee Smith decided to open Triple F Gym, and he said that he wanted the most professional level environment for youth athletes, these are the things that he and I decided made that up. When he got to walk into his facility as an Atlanta Falcon here in the most recent season, what did he experience? The first, pro athletes typically have a plan. The plan is something that's in place that addresses the needs of that athlete, because every athlete has needs. It doesn't matter how long they've been playing professionally, if they're a rookie, when they walk into that facility for the first time, they're constantly being assessed on where they need to improve. Because everybody has areas of improvement, whether it's their character, whether it's their physical attributes, whether it's an injury that they're recovering from, there always is a plan at that level. The second area is that pros have the best resources. This is the one where I think most people think, professional level this or that. It refers to what I have available, the equipment that I'm using, even the clothes that I'm wearing, the facility that I'm walking into, the machines, the technology, the nutritional provisions. This is absolutely what separates, I think, your professional athlete from your amateur athlete. And a lot of it is because of funding, right? Athletes at that level have tremendous resources because there's a lot of money available. And that money gets spent really strategically to make sure that that athlete has what they need to be successful. The third thing is that pros have a support team. A support team is a group of people around that athlete who are dedicated to that athlete's success at any part of the process. So now, getting into my experience as a high school strength conditioning coach for the past 6 years, I really wanted to express the 3 facets that pro training had that we had at Great Atlanta Christian School. Now, we didn't call it pro training. It wasn't referred to as, a professional level environment. But we knew that these things were essential for athletic development. There was just no debate. Having a plan, having the best resources, and having a team were just fundamental to athletic development. And so we were able to provide that for these athletes at Great Atlanta Christian School. So this image right here just brings to light the plan that we had in place. That was essentially a tracking system that looked at all of this athlete's performance metrics, and we were constantly assessing them, during the 8 semesters that he took our performance training class, in which we can look at his deficiencies, his strengths, how he's trending from a mobility standpoint over the course of time. Is he staying healthy? Is he in season currently at the time we were assessing? And just helping that athlete buy in completely to becoming the best version of himself by showing him how much better he can be. Because of all the tests and assessments we did, they were all standardized. So there was constantly this reach by every athlete, regardless of what sport, to become more athletic. The second thing we had that we were extremely blessed to have was resources. So this is just a quick image of the facility that we use, called the Chenille Nake Athletic Training Center, in which over 300 athletes a day in the 8 periods that we offered our class funneled through here, got their training session in, and went about their day. They followed the plan that we had in place based on the assessments that we provided. And my favorite aspect, again, of an athlete's athletic journey is the team that they have surrounding them. Now, this is just 2 members of that team while we were at Great Atlanta Christian School, myself and Leonard Burks, who's now the head strength conditioning coach at Waco High School in Texas. And the 2 of us weren't the complete team. We were the ones responsible for the training inside the weight room, but we were just a part of the whole picture, which included parent, coach, athletic trainer, and of course the athlete who's making the decisions, regarding their food intake and their lifestyle choices, especially since we didn't have a nutritionist at GEC. So really that was the complete team, was the sport coach, strength coaches, athletic director, trainer, parent. Really, we were all concerned about the athletes' well-being and performance. Now we're going to get into what I would consider is a major issue with youth athletic development today in the U.S. Here in the center, you have the athlete and parent, age 11 through 18, trying their best to bring all the key people in that athlete's life together to meet that athlete's needs. They're trying to navigate lack of communication between strength coach and club sport coach, maybe some ego issues that might be involved, some selfishness with any one of these individuals who are more concerned about their own practice or their own team or legacy than the athlete itself, and the parent is just trying to do what's best for their athlete. And then you could even have, of course, the issue of just athlete and parent thinking that they know best and trusting no one, and undermining certain individuals that are an expert in their field and people that truly care to give the athlete the best experience. The problem is that none of these people are all under the same roof, or rarely anyway. Even at the IMG Academy and some of these other institutions where they do such a good job of trying to bring this team together and regularly meet about the team's needs, the athlete's needs, there's still a lot of people involved investing in this athlete, and there's a lot of athletes to consider. So this is, within sport, one of the major constraints with overall success that I've experienced firsthand at the collegiate level, at the high school level, but it's something that I think the best people in our profession are striving so hard to make sure that this is done well. At Triple F, our goal is to funnel, if you will, all of these individuals from a line of communication anyway and expertise, all directed towards that student athlete. My job as the president of training operations is to communicate effectively with everyone involved to truly build a team and network of people around that athlete so that the athlete can thrive. We want the athlete to be healthy and to perform at the highest level and develop at the pace that God designed them to from age 11 through 18 and beyond. We want athlete and parent to constantly be aware of what's going on and what's best. We want them to trust in our expertise, myself and Lee Smith and Emily Turnbull and all the people that we bring into our facility that we have vetted out thoroughly as being some of the best at their vocation and what they bring to the table, and add to this ultimate funnel of performance that we've established through a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of great conversations, and ultimately creating this community and team for the athlete. Long-term athletic development, also known as LTAD, is widely considered the most effective way for youth athletes to develop. And it's based on time. It's based on everyone involved investing in a long-term approach. You also have to have a key understanding of what athleticism is and who's involved in making those attributes of athleticism better over the course of time. We break that down into three categories of force, form, and function. Now we're going to get into more of what these mean in another episode, but I wanted you to get a glimpse as to all the things that we are considering in assessing at Triple F. There are so many athletic qualities that contribute to an athlete's performance, and our job is to figure out which ones are lacking and how we can develop them through the course of a long-term plan. The definition we're using for athleticism is the one by the National Strength Conditioning Association. Athleticism is the ability to repeatedly perform a range of movements with precision and confidence in a variety of environments, which require competent levels of motor skills, strength, power, speed, agility, balance, coordination, and endurance. At Triple F, we are going to be assessing all of these categories, creating a plan for each athlete, and ensuring that athletes are seeing real results with where they're deficient and ultimately where they need to be at the next level. So one of the coolest things we get to do at Triple F is monitor an athlete's success over time. So consider Addison Nichols here, who I've been training since he was in 7th grade. We can really go back all the way and look at any point in his athletic journey with me and assess areas that he was not growing in at the rate that he should have, show him the standard of an athlete that particular size or who plays that sport at that position, and where he needed to work on because he was deficient in that area. And just all along the way, for the 6 years that he was at GAC and now he's at University of Tennessee, just really show him constantly, like, man, here's how far you've come, here's where you're headed. We really need to work on this. We really need to address this issue because this is what's missing in your athletic profile. If you'd like to learn more about Triple F and what it means to train like a pro, be sure and check out all the episodes in this series, or schedule a call with me, Rich Burnett, by heading to triplefknoxville.com, where we can get on a 30-minute call and talk about a long-term athletic development solution for your athlete.